Welcome to IVC Library video tutorial series on MLA Style, citing newspaper and magazine articles. This video tutorial will cover how to format an MLA citation for a newspaper article and how to format a MLA citation for a magazine article. Note that this video tutorial is using the latest MLA Style, which is the MLA Style 8th edition. Let's take a look at the basic format for citing a newspaper article in MLA Style. First, we need the author's name. We list the author's name by last name, comma, first name, followed by a period. Then we need the title of the article in quotation marks, ending with a period inside the quotation marks. Then we have the newspaper title in italics, followed by a comma. Then we have the date the newspaper article is published, followed by a comma. Next, we have the page number for the newspaper article, followed by a period. If the newspaper article you are citing is print newspaper, meaning you got it physically printed on paper, then your citation ends here after the page number. If the newspaper article you are citing comes from an online database, then you will need to include two more elements. The name of the online database that gave you access to the article, followed by a comma, and lastly, the URL or the web address to the newspaper article, followed by a period. Always remember to end the citation with a period. To recap, for articles accessed from an online database, you will need two more elements in your citation. Now, let's take a look at some citation examples for newspaper articles. For print newspaper article, it would look like this. We have the author's names, which there are two authors here. You can see we list the first one by last name, comma, first name. Then we list the second author's name in natural order with the word "and" between the two names. Next, we have the newspaper article title in quotation mark, ending with a period inside the quotation mark. Next, we have the title of the newspaper, Los Angeles Times, in italics, followed by a comma. Notice that each word in the article title and in the newspaper title are capitalized. MLA Style requires headline capitalization. This means all major words in the article and newspaper title are capitalized, but we do not capitalize conjunction words or articles such as the, an, or, of, as, a, etc. After the newspaper title, we have the date the newspaper article is published. Note that dates are formatted as day, month, year. Months are abbreviated except for the months with short spelling, such as May, June, and July. We follow the publication date with a comma, then we have the page number. Precede the page number by a P period for one page, or use PP period if there are more than one page. And then end the citation with a period. This is a complete citation for a print newspaper article. Now, if you found a newspaper article from an online database, it will look like this example. Notice after the page number, you will need to include the name of the database in italics, followed by a comma, and then include the URL or the web address to the newspaper article. Also notice the URL does not have the HTTP portion of a typical URL. That is because MLA Style 8th edition specifically asks to omit the HTTP portion of the URL. Lastly, always end the citation with a period. In the second newspaper article example, we don't have the authors. In the case where the author is not stated or available, we will start the citation with the title of the article like this example. Now, let's take a look at the basic format for citing a magazine article in MLA Style. Similar to citing a newspaper article, we will begin with the author's name by last name, comma, first name, followed by a period. Then we have the title of the article in quotation marks, ending with a period inside the quotation mark. Then we have the magazine title in italics, followed by a comma. Then we have the volume number, followed by a comma. Then the issue number, followed by a comma. And then we have the date the magazine article is published, followed by a comma. Next, we have the page number for the article, followed by a period. If the magazine article you are citing is a print magazine, then your citation ends here after the page number. If the magazine article you are citing is from an online database, Then you will need to include the name of the online database followed by a comma. Lastly, the URL or the web address to the magazine article followed by a period. Always remember to end the citation with a period. Just to recap, for articles accessed from online database, you will need to include two more elements in your citation. Here's an example of a MLA citation for a print magazine article. And here's a citation example for a magazine article accessed using an online database. Note that the citation for the magazine article from an online database includes two more elements. It has the name of the online database in italics, followed by a comma, and then the URL or the web address to the article without the HTTP portion as we learned earlier. Also notice something different for magazine article that we did not see in newspaper article before. For magazine articles, we would include the volume number preceded by VOL period and the issue number preceded by an O period followed by a comma. Here are some tips that are good to know about citing in MLA style. If the article does not have an author, then start with the citation with the article title. Always do headline capitalization for article titles and for newspaper and magazine titles. Do not use all caps even if the original article is printed in all caps. Format dates as day, month, year, with months abbreviated except for short spelling months like May, June, and July. And lastly, remember to omit the HTTP portion of the URLs when you are including the URL in the citation. We hope you find this video tutorial helpful. For additional how-to tutorials, please check out our video tutorial series on citing sources in MLA style. If you have any questions or need help, please visit the library or the library website to ask a librarian for help. Thank you and have a great day.